two guys that were lovers in their cell. One of them light the other one on fire. Somebody overdosed off of fentanyl. So the feds used 9/11 Terrorist Act to look at my phone without a warrant. Connecticut jails are pretty sweet, actually. I have many problems, but I mean, I've seen people stomped out. I've seen people stabbed.
Beaten with a bat, you never seen them again?
No. No matter what hard obstacles you have in your life, if you're obese, diabetic, mine is that I'm a felon, but whatever obstacle you have, you can still be in shape. I started selling drugs again. Don't sell drugs.
1.
Don't chase women.
2.
Save your money.
باب مفتوح للاجتهادات التقريب هذا حد العالم هذا طالب لكن هذا راسخ والى اخره.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh to all the RipRight Hadith disciples, YouTubers, and viewers. Welcome back to a new video on RipRight HD. Yo, we here with my man Tim Abs. T-Abs in the building. Team Fitness After Felonies. Give us a shout out, Tim. What's up with you?
What's up? I'm Fitness After Felonies. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you very much for always supporting me, RipRight.
You already.
Basically, I'm a felon, came home, and I'm trying to pursue fitness now.
Let's get it. All right, guys. So listen, if you're an ex-felon, you're anywhere in Connecticut, NYC, in the
Providence,
globe. Yeah, and you trying to get down. He has created a calisthenic team called Fitness After Felonies. Okay, those are people that's trying to do something after they came home. So Tim, give us a little T-Abs, give us a little breakdown on, your age, how you was raised, things like that.
Okay, I was born in '83, so I'm 39. I turned 40 this year.
Nice.
Yep. Started going to prison at 17 years old.
17.
Yeah.
What was like your first crime, if you could remember?
My mother's boyfriend was an alcoholic, abusive. I hit him with a baseball bat. Almost got attempt murder. They dropped her down to assault 1. I did 2 years day for day.
Nice. 2 years. Nice.
Yeah. So that's when I fell in love with exercise.
Okay. So
going in and doing 500 push-ups every other day, hitting the bar, doing 100 pull-ups.
Nice. All right. So you came home. You was roughly what? 19.
19,
20. What changed from there? Did anything change?
Nothing changed because the message in there was go home and sell cocaine, and I didn't really learn much except for exercising. I came home and did 9 months on the street and violated, went right back for 18 more months. Okay.
And when you came out, how much parole time did you have?
That time my sentence was over and I was 21 years old, and that's when I started selling cocaine.
Okay, cocaine. And this was all in Connecticut, born and raised?
Yeah, this is all in Connecticut, early 2000s. Yep.
Early 2000s. So you was still probably rocking the baggy jeans and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when everyone wore big jerseys and stuff. And,
So how was it in there when you were 17? Was it like a lot of fights? Did you have to prove yourself? What was the jail system like in Connecticut?
Well, Connecticut jails are pretty sweet, actually. But there's not many gangs running around running stuff. And, I got along with everybody, so, I didn't have many problems, but I seen people stomped out, I seen people stabbed, nothing new to that.
Okay, and you had to go to the county, and then you went to like a...
Yeah, then you get sent up the way upstate, yeah.
Okay, way upstate. So was it upstate? How was that?
For me, it was cool. Upstate was even better. There was weight piles back then, there was, Everything's good. I got myself a job and I did my bid, man. I stayed to myself. Everybody respected me from every race, every whatever. I never really was one of those. I'm a white dude, so I never ran with the white boys in prison, which was I always was by myself. But
nice.
I just I get along with everybody in there, so.
Yeah, so you were
but sometimes some knucklehead will try to test you, so. Yeah, I've had a few fights. But,
okay. Yeah. And when you got home after that 21 or whatever, after that abusive stepdad or boyfriend, did you ever run into him again? Was there any...
I don't know. The guy might be dead by now.
Okay, so after that beaten with a bat, you never seen him again?
No.
Okay, so then you started to sell cocaine, violated, and then did you go back? What was...
Yeah, so at 21, and then I actually... heard that they were investigating me, and I actually went and moved to California and became a personal trainer at a gym. And had like a 2-year run at that, was unsuccessful. My girlfriend at the time actually entered a bikini contest. I trained her to be in the figure contest. We broke up, and then I kind of started dabbling in the streets again out in California. One New Year's Eve, I got drunk and stole a car, and got myself on probation in California. Did a little 60 days in county out there, and that's when I seen how gangs really run prisons.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
They told me the next stop was San Quentin if I went up the way. So as soon as I got out of county, I dipped back to Connecticut and tried to transfer my probation. And but nothing ever came of that violation.
Yeah, so how did you get that connection going to Cali? What made you say, yeah, let me go to Cali, work in this gym? You just decided.
This girl was actually moving out there, and she worked for a Pfizer or Enron, one of those companies that makes medications, right? And she saw at her local gym that there was a sign in the window saying, "We want personal trainers, and they'll train you to become a trainer." This is like 2005, so. I just went out there and did it, and I became a personal trainer, and then that kind of just, the streets started taking me back over, and I fell back off. When I came back home to Connecticut, I started selling drugs again, then I went and did another bid, finally found myself in the feds, and then...
Yeah. Okay, so now you started selling drugs. Were you under investigation with the feds? How did that come about?
Actually, somebody overdosed off of fentanyl, and then, So the feds used I think the 9/11 Terrorist Act to look at my phone without a warrant and use my text messages against me for sale.
Okay, and were you had any co-defendants, or you was the only guy?
Oh yeah, I had a Cody, yep.
Had a co-D, so just two of y'all.
Yeah.
Okay, and how much time did you do behind that?
They sentenced me to 40 months with 4 years probation.
Okay, and how was the Fed bid? Where were you at?
Let's see. I went to Providence Holding, and then from there I went to MDC Brooklyn.
Yes.
And then, which after I got sentenced, and then they shipped me off to a medium security FCI.
Okay, I've been to a couple of the FCIs. So how was the Fed bid treating you? Was it sweet as Connecticut?
Yeah, I mean, I got along with everybody. I got myself a job doing sorting trash in the trash department. I had a side hustle. I used to clean people's rooms, get like 3-4 stamps for cleaning their room. You know, I got along with everybody, you know, got to hear people's life stories, and I worked out hard. And that's when I kind of decided this time when I go home, I'm really going to keep pursuing the fitness thing, because before I would just tell myself that and not do it. So.
Yeah. And what would you say is like your downfall? What was it? Your discipline, consistency? Would you say drugs? Would you say the fast life, or a combination?
The fast life. I would get a job, not have enough money because I was getting a lower paying job. Then I would start selling drugs again, and then I would use them too. So it was when all that's going down, you're not working out. So
yeah. So now, after that, you went to prison, came out after 40 months. Is that this particular bid?
Yes.
Okay, so how long you been home now?
I've been home 3 years and some change.
Okay, and I heard you mention earlier that this is the first time you just got off of paper, so you...
Yeah, first time off probation in like 10 years, except for
nice,
a little trip to California.
Congrats, shout out to Tim. All right, so what did you do different on this one coming out?
Got myself a 9-to-5 job, kept working. Stayed away from people in the streets. You know, I might have went out to a bar occasionally, but anytime anyone brought up something about drugs, I just turned my head, because I used to think money as soon as I would go, oh, you're selling drugs? Well, let me get some drugs and beat your price and sell it to you, or whatever it was. So I just decided I'm going to work hard and make my money and try to slowly increase how much money I'm making per hour, and so I got to a comfortable living, you know, which is where I'm at right now.
Okay, and this is the same job you had since you got out, or you was switching?
No, I dipped in. Yeah, the first job I got out was horrible, you know. So I messed around and got in the game for a little bit, but almost violated my probation. I had to go to rehab for 8 months to try to clear up the whole thing. So I really have only been living the straight and narrow now like a year and some change. Since I really met you last summer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Salute. So let's talk a little bit about that meeting. Where we met at?
We was up at Foxwoods Casino in Connecticut. You were kind of promoting yourself. I didn't have an Instagram at the time. I didn't really know, but I seen you in YouTube videos. And when I saw you, I was like, did I know that guy from prison, or do I know him from the internet? And then you had the ripstick, and I bought one off you.
Okay.
And then, that was...
Okay, guys. For the record, it was a casino, right? But it was actually like a reservation. So Kangaroo Pro,
yeah, we weren't. It's the casino's reservation where the people live. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was actually an Indian reservation.
Yeah.
They built a whole calisthenic park, and we were doing an opening to the calisthenic park there for Kangaroo Pro, who actually built my bars, and it was dope. Quick question. Let's deter a little bit. What was the craziest thing, if you can remember, that happened in prison that you've seen or you witnessed, if you can remember at hand? We don't want to put you on the spot.
What kind of funny stories you want me to tell? I mean, I seen someone's head get stomped in, and they had to get wheeled out in a stretcher. Then the state police come tape up the place and keep you on lockdown for 4 or 5 days. I seen 2 guys that were lovers in their cell. One of them light the other one on fire.
Wow.
A couple doors down from me, just crazy stuff like that. Like, you don't want to know about what was going on.
Yeah, that's crazy. So while you were in prison and while getting locked up, did you think about anybody that would support you while you was doing that time? And they probably didn't.
Anyone that would support me?
Yeah.
That didn't?
Yeah, like did support you, didn't.
Well, my family always held me down, mother and father, and that's basically it.
Still living?
And they're still living. Yep,
Yeah,
and still
great.
working. They're doing good.
Nice. That's dope. What do you recommend to someone just coming home?
Get your butt a job within a week and start working out every other day at least, and just focus on kind of keeping yourself a little bit of a loner. And I mean, you might want a girlfriend or something because you didn't have one, but let time just play itself out. Everything will come to you.
Yeah. So would you change anything, if anything?
No, I wouldn't.
Nice. That's my answer too. Something you learned while doing your time. Yeah, so much. I know your head is. Trust me,
just to be humble and enjoy, live for the moment and enjoy what your presence actually is right now, and not stress too much of the future and not stress too much of the past. Enjoying the moment that you're in, like.
Okay, so now coming home, doing your thing, working. What are some of the goals you have right now?
I basically want to figure out how to do fitness kind of as a job, as a hustle. I mean, right now in my mind, it's like it's a side hustle, but if it can go into, that's my full-time job.
Great.
Then that's what it is.
That's the name of the game. All right, so team fitness after felonies. What does that mean to you? Fitness after felonies. What is that? Where did it come from? What is it for? Says itself, right? It
says itself, and it was just, you're doing, fitness to me was not just exercising, doing reps or whatever. It's having a job, it's having a life, it's a lifestyle. Fitness, you are living a fit life, not just working out. So, and it's after the fact that I went away, or after the felonies I committed and did my time for. So it's the fit lifestyle after you had your bad life.
Yeah. So guys, I met Six Pack Tim, man. I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? Six Pack Tim. We met my man, like we said, that was at the Indian reservation, and it was dope. At the time, I didn't know who he was. He knew who I was. He brought a ripstick, and then a year or so later, he kind of like contacted me, and he's like, I was like, hopefully we meet at this thing and this new event that was coming up. And then he was like, we already met, bro. And I was like, where? And he told me, and I was like, oh snap. And I actually still have the ripstick demo when me and Tim first met. So it was dope.
Yeah, I was wearing the hat with the glasses, right?
Exactly,
yeah.
So now, Tim, what made you decide, you know what, I want to turn RipRight, I want to turn Team RipRight, I want to come down to Florida, I want to come and check the bros at the HQ. What was your process, the thought process?
It's just everything that you've done ever since, you hit someone on Instagram, they have couple 100,000 followers, and you just hit me back, and you showed me nothing but love. So, and it was no race, no nothing divided it, but it's just the support you gave me. So, and I'm taking vacation from work, so I'm investing in myself right now. And I just figured I'd come out here. We're gonna film some clips at your spot, and we're gonna build. So
yeah. So last question: 3 things if you could tell your 16-year-old self. 3 things. This is the last question.
3 things. Don't sell drugs.
1.
Don't chase women.
2.
Save your money.
All right, much love. We appreciate Tim, and we're going to leave with this. What do you want people to take away from your story? Fitness After Felonies, 6-pack, Tim.
No matter what hard obstacles you have in your life, if you're obese, you're diabetic, mine is that I'm a felon, but whatever obstacles you have, you can still be in shape.
Much love, Tim. We appreciate you for being on
Thank you.
the podcast, right? Because we're about to do a Fitness After Felonies podcast. Let's get it. Stay tuned, y'all. Stay ripped. 6-pack, big back, big facts.
Indeed, in the body, literal translation, is a lump of flesh, a piece of meat. إِذَا صَلَحَتْ صَلَحَ الْجَسَدُ كُلُّهُ. And when that lump of flesh